Let's take our gorgeous 3-section box and kick it up a notch. Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel, friends. Thank you so much for being here today. I truly appreciate it. In a previous video, we made this gorgeous 3-section box. Probably thought it couldn't get any cuter than this. Well, today we're going to kick it up a notch, and I'm going to flip to my overhead camera to show you exactly how we're going to do it. So y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. All right, y'all, so here's the 3-section box that we made together. For some reason, in the video, I kept calling it a 3-sided box. In my head, I knew exactly what it was I wanted to say, because I want this to be called a 3-section box. You know how when you get something stuck in your head and it just keeps coming out? Well, that's what happened with this one. But this is a 3-section box, and there were so many of you who knew exactly what it was that I was talking about. But I wanted to clarify that I am calling this a 3-section box. And this is already cuteness overload, so how do you make it even better? Well, I'm going to bring in my prototype that I made. And then I'm going to bring in the lid for that prototype. So many of you asked for a lid for this particular style of box. And here you go. You can see how gorgeous this lid is on the outside as well as on the inside. And y'all, it is super easy to do, so let's do it. I'm going to bring in my trimmer and a piece of 12 by 12, and I'm going to take that 12 by 12 and I'm going to cut it into 2 pieces of 6 by 12. Then I'm going to take that second piece of 6 by 12 and cut it at 6 1/4 by 12. So I'll have 2 pieces. One piece is 6 1/4 by 12 and one piece is 6 by 12. Let's just go ahead and start with the 6 1/4 piece, because what we're going to do for both pieces is we're going to score every 2 7/8 of an inch. So 2 7/8, 5 3/4. We don't score anymore on this one. Then I'm going to rotate it to the 6-inch side, and we're going to score at 2 1/4. So let's bring in the 12 by 6. And on the 12-inch side, we're going to score every 2 7/8 of an inch. So that means we're going to score at 2 7/8, at 5 3/4, at 8 5/8, and at 11 1/2. Then we'll rotate it to the 6-inch side, and let's go ahead and score at 2 1/4. Now the measurements that I'm giving you are the measurements that are designed to fit this 3-section box that we made. So I am going to bring in my big old spatula, and we're just going to fold and burnish all of our scores. You don't need any high-tech tools to be able to do this. You don't need a big old spatula. You can use your bone folder if you want. I am using my big old spatula and my finger blade today because I don't like scissors. So let's just do this one. All right, so now that we have the 2 pieces cut, you're going to have a narrow flap here. You will have a longer end on that narrow flap, and that is what we want to get rid of. So I'll go ahead and just mark both of those because we want to get rid of them. So I'm going to bring in my finger blade, cut across on the score mark, and then cut down on the score mark to remove that piece. We'll do the same thing with this one. Let's cut across on that score mark, and then let's cut down on that score mark. So now you're going to have 2 pieces that look like this. Whether you're looking at it from this angle or you're looking at it from this angle, the process is going to be the same. You're going to take this piece and join it with this piece. Or if it happens to be this way, first you'll take this piece and join it with that piece. So let's just go ahead, bring in some glue. You don't need a whole lot. And then you just want to join these two together. If it helps you to fold it to get it straight, that works. So just fold over. Make sure everything is nice and straight. Then burnish to get that stuck. Now you're going to have one long piece, and that's what we needed. We had to join two pieces together to be able to make a lid that was going to fit. But now we go to each score mark, we go to the intersection, and we cut straight down because we're freeing these. So go up and cut straight down. Whether you're using scissors or a finger blade, just cut straight down to free all of your tabs. So all of my tabs are free. Now I can take this piece, add some glue, take this piece, smush it around in that glue, and then join these two together, making sure that I have it nice and even. Then I'll go over it with my bone folder to make sure that I have a nice stick. So your piece is going to look like this. Let's bring in our 3-section box. We take this piece and put it over the top of this piece. Then we start folding in the sides where the crease hits the top of the box. So you just fold over, fold over, fold over, fold over, and you have a lid. So all I'm going to do is pull up these, take some glue, put some glue in there so that stays stuck. Then I'll add just a little bit of glue here. Put that on so that stays stuck. Then I'll add just a little glue there. I'm going to go ahead and just put on a little bit of glue on all of these. Let's fold over, and fold over. And I'll tuck just a little glue under there. And that is how easy it is to make a lid for this box. But we definitely want to cover that. At the top, I don't like the way that that looks. So I am going to bring in the scrap piece that I have that was left over when I cut out. I'm going to bring in some of my repositionable tape. And I'm going to put it down like this. Then I'll take my pen and I'm just going to trace. And now because it's repositionable, I can lift up, take my scissors, and I'm going to cut inside of my score mark. By about 1/8 of an inch. And keep in mind, this will not be perfect. And I'm going to cut here. And now I'll do a test fit. So I'm going to take this, put it on to see how it's going to fit. And for the most part, we have a fit, but I think that I need to remove just a little bit from here. Yeah, that's going to work. I was hoping that I could find a scrap piece to use, but I can't, so I'm going to end up cutting out a whole piece. Because what I want to do is I want to cut out a piece for the inside as well. I was hoping I had a scrap piece from that paper pad, and I don't. So I'll just be making this page a scrap piece. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut this out. Again, nothing about this lid will be perfect, but it'll be a cute little lid to go on your project. I know a lot of you said you were going to make some of these for Mother's Day gifts, for friends and family, and I think that's a good idea. A lot of you said you were going to be making these for Boss's Day, and that's a good idea, especially if you have a really nice boss. So now I'm just going to bring in my tape, and I am going to use tape on this piece. This is the topper for the lid. It'll help to cover the fold over flaps. And this is optional. You don't have to do this. If you want to, you can cover those fold over flaps with paper flowers, with a ribbon bow. All right, so I have removed my tape backers. Let's go ahead and place this down like this. Placement wasn't the greatest, which means I have just a little bit of overhang. I'm going to take my scissors and clean that up. But we do have a nice topper to the lid. Let's go ahead and take this piece and see how it fits on the inside. I might have to do some adjustments to it, and I don't think I have to do any adjustments to it. So I'm just going to take some tape and just put a couple of pieces of tape down. We don't need a whole lot. Let's take this piece and let's just put it here on the inside. We have a nice lid for the inside and we have a nice lid for the outside. So let's take it and let's put the lid on our box, and you can see just how gorgeous this simple lid is. So I don't have any embellishments on mine, but one of you had an idea about taking some lace and going around the box. I think that that would be super cute for this lid if you really want to dress it up, especially for Mother's Day. And then you can fill it with some body wash, some lotion, maybe even tuck in a pair of fuzzy socks. Completely up to you. So there we have it, my friends. We have two really gorgeous boxes, complete with lid. So you can make these to gift, keep, or sell with the lids or without the lids. You can modify the height of these if you don't like how tall they are. Just make them shorter. If you don't like how wide they are, just decrease the measurements a little bit. I happen to like this particular size, but some of you had a question about how would I add a handle. I'm not going to add a handle to mine. But if you're going to add a handle, you just need to turn the box like this and pick two sides that appear to be completely opposite each other. That'll give you a balance when you are carrying this particular box. So I would take this one and put the handle right there. But I'm not going to add a handle to these boxes because these are truly going to be giftables and I don't want to use a handle. So for everyone who wanted a lid, there you go. You can see that we have our lid on our most beautiful 3-section boxes. Very convenient, very easy to make. Y'all, these are things that we would normally go to the store and buy. But you know what? We don't have to do that because we are paper crafters and we can take some paper and make most of the items that we used to go to the store to buy. So I hope that you have enjoyed this fun project on how to make lids for your 3-section box. If you have enjoyed this video, and I certainly hope that you have, please hit that like button. It helps my channel. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, go ahead and subscribe because we would love to have you, because all day, every day, this is what we do and this is how we do it, y'all, and I want you to be a part of that always. So hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you will know when I upload a new video. As always, my beautiful handcrafty friends, please be safe, be kind, and be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.